Hey guys, this is Matt from Nod Studios here, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing the 5th installment on our playthrough as Nigeria using the Man in the High Castle mod. So in the previous episode, we did a bit of conquesting here in the Middle East, and we tried to grab the Pacific States of America as well. We actually succeeded in completely destroying their military, although it looks like they did build up a little bit of a force, or maybe that's just left over from before. I'm really not sure. However, I really want to try and go back and try to conquer the Pacific States of America, because they're pretty much defenseless right now. So let's see. Let's go ahead and actually we'll leave it on diplomatic relations for right now. As you guys can see, yeah, the world hates us. The world is engulfed by Kool-Aid, and it's not looking very good. However, what does look very good is our corruption rating. Our corruption rate is down to 1%. Stability, 31.5%. So not too bad there, not too bad. Especially considering all the espionage and spying and foreign subversion that we've been having in the previous few episodes. Also, the year is 1985. So things are going on very splendidly there as well. My plan for this episode is we need to go ahead and wait. Because if you guys see our relations right now, they're pretty terrible, as I explained before. Basically everyone in the world but the GSA really hates us. So if we end up declaring war on any country, well, Japan is gonna step right in. And they're gonna be like, oh, hold up, what do you think you're doing? We're gonna come and take all your crap. So I really want to prevent that from happening. So we're just gonna kind of lay low for a little bit, let the time pass. We're now in the year, 1985, as I just said. So maybe let 4 years pass. I don't know, somewhere in between there. Just until our relations are somewhat decent. And then we can go ahead and continue our conquests. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. And welcome back, guys. So here we are in 1989, December 9th. And as you can see, our diplomatic relations have very much improved, about 20 points from where they were before. It's still pretty bad, but it's not at the point where the whole entire world is gonna, start to gang up on us, and where it's going to be acceptable for the Empire of Japan, or the Kingdom of Italy, or even the Greater German Reich from going to war with us. So what I want to go ahead and do right now, actually, because I was noticing something here, something very suspicious, yes. So if we click on the Kingdom of Italy, we'll notice that, whoa, their corruption is so insane. And if we take a look at their balance, it's terrible. Their GDP is terrible. Everything about Italy right now is going very badly. So what I was trying to do, or what I was thinking of doing actually, is setting up some covert cells in Italy to actually stir up some trouble and some discontent. We could try and do like maybe a coup d'etat or something like that. And I was also thinking of trying to break up the Axis powers, because as we can see, the Empire of Japan, the Greater German Reich, and the Kingdom of Italy, they're all allied together. So this is a huge problem, because it means if any 3 of these nations declare war on us, most likely the other 2 will join. And the same exact thing goes if we declare war on any one of the, Axis power countries. They're all just going to gang up on us. And I really want to prevent that from ever happening. And a great way to do that is to send our covert cells in. And this won't threaten war. It might threaten our relationship and, our diplomatic relations overall, but it's not going to throw us into a war immediately. So it's a pretty safe plan. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to train up the rest of those cells right there in Nigeria. And then we're going to move all of these cells. Actually, we'll only move 2 of these cells into the Kingdom of Italy. And it should be listed under K. Yep, there it is. So we'll move those guys over to the Kingdom of Italy. Can we rename cells? I don't think we can. Yeah, that's kind of lame. But anyways, yeah, they're going to move on over to Italy. And once they get there, we'll set up some missions for them to do. But while they're on their way, we can go ahead and set up some espionage missions and stuff like that over here in Japan. So let's go ahead and, maybe we could even do a coup d'etat on Japan as well. It would be very interesting if maybe we did like a coup d'etat and we got really friendly relations with them and we ended up alliancing them and then kind of using their military power to our advantage. That would be very, very interesting, but I'm not really, trying to do that per se. I mean, that would be great, but not necessarily trying to do that. So it's very possible that we could do a coup d'etat. They are a monarchy, so there is a higher chance of a successful coup d'etat as opposed to a democracy. And also their corruption is absolutely terrible. So they're actually a great country to frame. I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to do some basic espionage and things like that. Some very easy covert missions for ourselves to go ahead and do. So that way we're basically guaranteed for them to succeed. So we'll do some civilian espionage on the serials with a low complexity, and we are going to blame the Kingdom of Italy. There we go. Let's go ahead and confirm that appointment, and then we'll do the same exact thing for this foreign cell. Except instead of doing cereals, we'll go for the tobacco market. Why not? And of course, we're going to frame the Kingdom of Italy once again. Where are you? I don't know my ABCs. Where's the K's? There they are. Alright, glorious. Also, I do want to go ahead and trade up even some more cells while we're at it. Let's go ahead and do cell 1. We'll do him in the Kingdom of Italy. And we'll do cell 2. Also going to be elite. That will be in the Kingdom of Italy as well. And just looking around the map really quickly, what other countries have really high rates of corruption? Brazil. Their economies, their deficit is pretty bad. But their resource production, they actually have a lot going on for them. But their deficit is giving them basically a death sentence. Alright, so maybe we should actually create some cells in Brazil. Okay. Let's go ahead and try it. Usually I don't utilize, foreign cells too often, but, I'm feeling it today. I'm really feeling it today, guys. So we're going to go ahead, create that cell in Brazil. Oh, did I train that guy up to elite? Okay, good, I did. I wasn't sure if I checked that box or not. Do cell 3B in Brazil. There we go. That's 2 cells for Brazil. And let's see, what else? Who else could we go for? We could try and put some cells in, like, Paraguay. What about Uruguay? Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. What about the GSA? They have no corruption. They have completely eliminated it. Which they should have, because their economy is absolutely amazing. And so is their budget, man. Look at that surplus. 33 trillion. Whew. Yeah, they've been stockpiling for a few decades now. Here's the Mexican government. They're, obviously terribly corrupt, but as they are in real life. I mean, it's the Mexican cartel. They're in love with the Mexican government, but we're not going to get into that. That's too political. That's way too political and way too current. How's Canada doing? Wow, they have a really low personal income tax rate. Yeah, Canada's doing great. We're not going to mess with them at all. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a few foreign cells in Argentina, and we'll also do some in Uruguay as well. So let's do Uruguay first. There we go. That's one. And that'll be number 2. And we'll do the same exact thing for Argentina as well. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Argentina. Perfect. And one more. Sweet. So now we basically just have to wait until all of these troops are finished, you know, creating, training, preparing their missions, and we just have to, you know, play the waiting game for right now. So while all of that is going on, I would like to go ahead and revamp our military, because if you take a look at our build menu, it is pretty disgraceful to say the least. We only have 3 types of ground units, and one of those is infantry, which we can't even, you know, design or change in any way. And then we only have 1 type of infantry vehicle and 1 type of air defense vehicle, both of which are of terrible quality. No air units, only a few naval units, and no strategic missiles. However, you know, I'm not really worried about strategic missiles this playthrough. Honestly, I could care less about them. I'm truly, truly not worried about them. And I don't even know if, like, Italy or the Greater German Reich has them, because this mod starts out in, what, I think 65 it did? It started out really, really early. So none of the major powers even should have missile defense programs or even missiles. So that's actually really, really good for us. Yeah. Sweet. Just while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and lower the personal income tax down to 68% even. And honestly, we could probably do a little bit more than that. I mean, I'm all for tax cuts whenever we can afford them, you know? If it's going to make us go too negative, though, I don't want to, you know, assume a lower tax rate. Yeah, that's going to slowly pick away. We want to slowly build, not pick away. There we go. That looks pretty good. And it looks like a few of our foreign cells here are ready to activate their missions. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. We'll activate Japan too. And it was a success, of course. That's pretty much what I expected. And the second one was a success as well. Yeah, they absolutely should have been successes, no doubt. We have elite cells. They're doing a low complexity mission against a civilian sector, so those should be absolutely blown out of the water by our covert cells, which they were. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the diplomatic relations. Ah, yes, we can see the red, the Kool-Aid starting to form on Japan. Yes, this is glorious. We are at the start of something great here, comrades. At the start of something great indeed. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and set up these guys to do some more of what they just did. Low complexity missions, framing each other. So I've went ahead and set up the other 3 covert cells that we have all ready to go, doing espionage missions on the civilian sector with low complexity. However, I want to go ahead and make this final cell do an assassination mission. And so we're going to select the Kingdom of Italy. We're not going to frame... Actually, you know, we're going to go ahead and try and frame the Empire of Japan, because if it is successful, it's going to be very, very speedy in dampening the relations between the 2 countries. So we're going to go ahead and frame Japan, leave the complexity at medium, and hopefully we'll get something good out of it. Hopefully this cell won't be captured or destroyed or anything like that. Anyways, guys, we need to go ahead and design some more military units for our country, because the ones that we have already are very outdated, and we don't have designs for all of the vehicles and units that we need. So let's go ahead and create a new infantry vehicle that's going to be fully upgraded to whatever technology we have available to us. And let's see, let's make this bad boy spiffied out. We need something big. Whoa, hello. What happened? Why did I hear a clinky clink? Huh? I don't know. Whoa. No, wait. That was from before. Okay. I don't know what the heck that clinky clink was, but I definitely heard one. Anyways, that's the infantry vehicle that we're going to be designing. And let's take a look. What is the first one that we named? So it's the needle and the haystack. So we'll name this the haystack and the needle. Why not? Alrighty, there we go. Glorious. And let's see, what color? I think we'll go with that. We usually don't ever use that color. It's kind of like a puke green or... I don't even know what that color is. It's kind of like brownish but pukey. It's like... I think it's supposed to be brown, but it's... On this vehicle, it looks almost rustic. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and design a defense vehicle. And this is just going to be an upgrade from what we had before. We'll leave, the default design as it is. I'm not going to mess with it, but we will change the colors. We'll do a nice little green USA tint. USA! USA! We're going to defend freedom, guys. We got this. This bad boy right here is going to be named the Freedom Defender. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Sweet. Now let's go ahead and do another design for mobile launchers. And, of course, we're going to max it out once again. And we're going to get a nice big turret. Yeah, I don't think that's big enough. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Just the great big size we were looking for. You know what? I'm actually going to name this thing the toothpick launcher. And the reason why I'm doing that is because, I don't know, I just look at this front and I look at this area up here on the top where the missiles are. It just looks like a toothpick holder. So I'm just going to call it the toothpick launcher because it looks like toothpicks could go in there and, fly right out. I think that's a very fitting name for our vehicle. And of course, we need some tanks. This is going to be the very first tank design that is ever going to be created for Nigeria. So that's pretty cool. We're making history. Let's get a nice big old hammerhead turret type. Or cannon type. Wow, would you look at that. Got a big old can of Bud Light right on there on the front. You know what? We're going to actually name this guy Bud Light Mark 1. Just because of that. It looks like, a beer can is at the end of this turret. So I really like that. We're going to go with that. Unfortunately, there's not any blue colors. So, what's the closest thing? I guess we could just do, gold. I don't know. Yeah, let's just go with gold. Why not? And next up, we're going to go ahead and design an artillery gun. Here's the design. I've already, created everything. Of course, maxed out stats. It's looking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I think we'll go ahead and name this bad boy Back Down or Black Out because basically those are the two options that you have when you're confronted with a beautiful piece of machinery like this. You can either back down, put your hands up, and surrender, live to fight another day, work in the labor camps of the Nigerian army, that sort of thing. Or you can get shot by this thing, black out, and, maybe lose half of your memory, I don't know, or completely get discombobulated. So I think that's a very fitting name. We're going to go ahead and confirm that appointment right there. It looks like those 4 cells that we set up earlier are ready to go ahead and execute their missions. So we're going to go ahead and do just that. Of course, the first espionage mission was if I can even speak, it was a success. The second one was a success as well. And I assume the third one will be as well. And of course it was. And last but not leastly, we have the assassination mission right here. And, ooh, it failed. But it doesn't look like our cell got captured or anything like that. So we still have that cell to live on to go ahead and fight another day for us. However, both the Kingdom of Italy and Japan really, really hate my guts now. But on the bright side, Italy and Japan are no longer in an alliance together, and actually the Kingdom of Italy is completely out of the Axis powers. Now it's just the Greater German Reich and the Empire of Japan. So that's really great. That's basically what I was trying to go ahead and do. Now, I really want to go ahead and get the Greater German Reich out of their alliance with the Empire of Japan, but I'm really not sure if I'll be able to do that because the Greater German Reich is in such a good position. You know, they're under a single-party democracy rule, which is actually pretty good. The single-party democracy is the next best thing to a multi-party democracy, so they're pretty well off. I think if I send any covert cells or covert operations their way, maybe the espionage missions and things like that will be successful like 75% of the time, but any other sort of missions, I'm kind of worried about, so I'm really not going to mess with that right now, especially, you know, the way my relations currently are with Japan and Italy. Yeah, it's very, very rocky. So I think we'll go ahead and end this episode off here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, please comment, and please subscribe. It really helps out, guys, and it really does mean a lot. So once again, thank you so much, and I will see all of you lovely, amazing people in the next episode. Bye-bye.